Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Telling Time. If you followed my Japan watch shopping saga, you will know that I recently picked up my first vintage watch from Japan, and looking back, I really enjoyed the ride. And I think it was the perfect way to commemorate my journey with watches in Japan. If you're new to the channel, I present honest reviews and document my experience with watches. And if you like what you see, you can support the channel by leaving a comment, liking and subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into the first impressions of my first vintage watch. So as you can see, I did get a watch from Fire Kids out of my latest trip to Japan. Which one do you think it is? Let's have a drum roll. And there it is, the 1968 61 GS reference 6145-8000. Just look at this beauty. You'll know from my Japan watch adventure that there was some really tough competition, but for me, this watch fits all the right criteria in terms of price and condition. It was in such a good condition with no patina or rust on the dial and case, and the price was right for me. I love the 37mm size and 12mm thickness with that faceted case, so it wears small like a proper vintage dress watch. But at the same time, it doesn't feel dainty. Just look at that beautiful sunray brushed silver dial with the needle's hands and that vintage GS logo at the 6 o'clock there. Also with that chunky frame date display at the 3 o'clock position. This was one of the only watches I found with an automatic movement. It was between this and the Omega Sea Line Constellation, but I just felt something more towards this piece than the Omega. It has a high beat movement, so the second hand sweeps so smoothly, literally almost like a spring drive, and the automatic movement means I can wear it a couple days in a row without having to wind it. I also just fell in love with this case shape, which is just unlike anything else for its time, and even nowadays really. It kind of reminds me of a Cybertruck, so futuristic looking but also modest and vintage in style. The case is pretty scratched up, but more importantly, it wasn't refinished and over polished, so it keeps its factory Grand Seiko polishing, which is one of the reasons why I picked it up. The watch has a signed GS crown, and turning it to the back, it has a beautiful embedded gold GS medallion. On the wrist, it just fits perfectly. That 37mm size really is a Goldilocks size, and that case profile is just unmistakable really. The watch also sits quite flat to the wrist, and what I really appreciated was this lovely Fire Kids black alligator strap that was paired with the watch. As a whole, I really loved the three-handed dress watch on black leather strap aesthetic, so it was great that the watch came with this strap. Bringing it out in natural lighting is where you can really see the Grand Seiko Zaratsu polishing. Even though the case is weathered, as you can see, it's just dazzling out here in the wild. And yeah man, I'm absolutely chuffed with the purchase, and I'm even more glad that things went to plan and I was able to pick up a piece. I hope this piece can commemorate my awesome trip to Japan, and I think it will fit in my dress watch category well. But that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.